The Tokyo National Museum stands on a vast plot of 120,000 square meters. It's an enormous complex, divided into 6 different galleries, each dedicated to specific themes.
We're here!
We are here. It's beautiful.
Wow!
It's impressive, isn't it? Already from the approach from over there, we were walking through, and
it's incredible.
They head for the main building, the Honkan, which serves as the impressive face of the museum. It has a unique design that combines Western concrete walls with traditional Japanese roof tiles.
do you see the onigawara, the figurines,
Yes.
let's say,
Yes,
placed
It's kind of like placed on the edges, aren't they?
on the edges?
Yeah.
And you see those in, like, in shrines and so
Yeah,
forth, right?
yeah, you do.
And you know very well that those are like significant. This means a lot in terms of like it kicks off the bad energy.
To ward off bad energy, to bring good luck.
The good luck.
Inside, visitors are greeted by a magnificent staircase. The impressive entrance hall is adorned with lavish decor and soaring marble walls. Any visitor's first stop should be the second floor of the Honkan.
Right.
And here we are.
Ah, okay. Highlights of Japanese art. Wow.
Each room is designed to connect to other exhibits, providing a comprehensive tour of the history of Japanese art. The journey begins. First, a room dedicated to ancient art.
5,000 years ago. Jomon period.
Wow, 5,000 years ago. That's incredible.
This is Jomon pottery, made between 3000 and 2000 BC. It's thought to have been an everyday item used for cooking and storing food.
So well designed. I would think that if it's a...
It's intricate, huh?
Yeah, it's so intricate, and the designs, and I mean, I was wondering if this is like kind of like a wave. We have this similar kind of pattern in Japanese design now, right?
Yeah. From the design, you can feel the how do you say, the energy of the artist himself, the people who live there, enjoyed looking at something beautiful.
Right.
A coiled snake or roiling ocean currents. There are several theories about the pattern, but all see a connection to a long-standing love for the natural world. Nature's beauty is at the root of Japanese art. Other pieces offer very different colors and textures. A bronze, bell-shaped vessel. Made between 300 and 100 BC, these vessels are thought to have been rung for agricultural celebrations. It was during this period that trade with East Asia began gaining momentum. From rice farming to iron, copper, and tin, all kinds of new materials and technology started to arrive in Japan.
Another interesting sculpture.
Our next stop is a Buddha statue that reveals a major turning point in Japan's history. Around the 6th century AD, Buddhism arrived in Japan. This statue was carved during that very early period.
looks like metal, doesn't it? But when you look really closely, you can tell that it's wood. I'm amazed that it's been preserved so well.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Can you check from the side? It's also very interesting to see.
Oh, it's almost completely flat.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Over time, Buddhism spread further, and Buddhist art flourished, refining its aesthetics to even greater heights. These pitchers once carried holy water that monks used in a cleansing ritual. In the late 1100s, Zen Buddhism arrived in Japan from China. Zen is a Stoic school of Buddhism that teaches that enlightenment can be reached through meditation and determination. With Zen Buddhism came ink painting. These paintings are known for their simplicity and symbolism. One of the genre's greatest masters was 15th century artist and Zen monk Sesshu. This is one of his best-known works and a national treasure. Zen Buddhism coalesced with Japanese sensibilities to create and influence many new subcultures. The tea ceremony, for example, a ritual in which guests are served tea in a tea room. Teacups and iron kettles for boiling water. Decorative hanging scrolls. Every detail became a way to express the host's welcome, and the tea ceremony became an artistic genre in its own right. It naturally went on to develop its own unique aesthetics. Beauty was found in simplicity, and items weathered by age were valued for their transience and imperfection.
Okay, what is this made out of, first of all?
I mean, at first glance, you would think this is made out of, I don't know, clay or metal, even.
Even, right?
Yeah.
But it's made out of gourd, dried gourd.
I mean, who would think that this is made out of gourd? And what else is interesting to me is that a gourd, for example, I'm from Hawaii. In Hawaiian and Polynesian culture, this is an instrument most of the time.
Okay,
a gourd.
You're right.
And it's amazing that they took a gourd, dried it, and they turned it into a flower vase. So, I mean, they've taken things that they use in normal daily life
There's many
and
ways to
moved
do
it
it.
into a really special setting,
Yeah.
like a tea ceremony.
Yeah.
Next, a room of samurai arms and armor. The samurai were warriors and soldiers. As a class, they effectively ruled Japan for 700 years, beginning in the late 1100s. While swords and armor are tools of war, the items in this room also reveal a unique sense of aesthetics.
You kind of imagine, when you see something like this, for example, you imagine who was behind it, who wore it, you know?
True.
And I also love the whole idea that, I mean, this is such a, I've actually never seen something like this. So that's a shell on,
Yeah, it's a turban shell. We eat this.
turban shell
Yeah.
on the helmet, right? From what I know, you wear something that will scare the opponent. Your,
Yeah, something, quite
aggressive.
aggressive, and yeah.
So I am curious to know why it's a turban shell, to be honest.
The golden die is a symbol of power, It's thought that the motif expresses the tough resilience of a turban shell. After the ceaseless wars and noble rivalries of the 15th and 16th centuries, Japan finally found national peace in the 1600s, marking the beginning of the Edo period. Ordinary citizens took a larger role as new, elaborate works of art emerged. One of the most popular new genres was ukiyo-e. These artworks depicted popular places and people, and became as familiar as picture postcards in the West. In the late 19th century, Japanisme began to take off in Europe. The trend influenced Van Gogh, Monet, and other prominent figures of the art world.
Well, it was a zapping tour, let's say.
Yeah, it definitely
But
was.
they would incorporate foreign cultures and translate it into theirs.
Yeah. And that's so important to keep in mind, you know? A lot of times we see something, whether it's art or food or whatever it may be, oh, this is Japanese. But when you kind of go back into history, you realize that it's influenced by another country.
But that's probably the interesting thing to focus on also.
Yeah.
But again, from here on, we can break up and see also the different genres in a specialized way, in a focused way.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go for that.
Okay, are we going to explore on our own then?
Let's do it for it.
Okay.
The Tokyo National Museum is divided into galleries that focus on specific themes. Visitors can dive deep into whichever topic draws their personal interest.
I wanted to learn more about ukiyo-e prints. Ukiyo-e flourished during the late Edo period, but I'm looking for more recent works, which are on the first floor of the Honkan. In the 1860s, Japan transitioned from a feudal state to a modern nation-state. This room exhibits artworks from that era through to the late 1900s.